Talking about time to talk about the Iowa State Cyclones versus Tennessee. Now, if anything I say on this pod cannot come back and cannot be used in my group chats that I'm in with other people, they can come after me and say, "Oh, Chan, you said this about Iowa State." And I'm like, no. Anything I say on this pod does not reflect on Iowa State's performances. Because sometimes when I say something in the chat, people will get. I have a couple of people that will get mad at me and be like, "Oh, Chan, you shouldn't have said that." Blah 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 blah. You kind of jinxed us. And I'm like, I didn't do fucking shit. I just said something. I was just giving out an opinion. Anytime someone else says something, they hardly ever get criticized or anything like that. It just happens when I say something. But that's neither here or there. Anyways, okay. Iowa State's about a four point favorite. Is that right? At least at 1 point. Well, now they're a 3.5 point favorite. It's come down a little bit. I think Iowa State's simply the better team here. I truly do think that. Now, obviously, we don't know the health in Joshua Jefferson. It's going to be sort of a game time decision. I'm going to say that he's probably not going to play, but I'm not going to. TJ came out in his little press conference that in the opening kind of was saying that he's making great progress and blah blah blah. It was like it's going to be a game time decision. I'm not going to give you percentages. I'm not going to tell you that he's going to put go or anything like that. He is going to be a game time decision. So on Friday, we are going to have to wait to see if Joshua Jefferson is going to play. Because I think if Joshua Jefferson plays, then I think Iowa State should win pretty good. I shouldn't say pretty easily, but I think they should. If they play like they did against Kentucky, then they'll kick Tennessee's butt. But I think Tennessee's a lot better than Kentucky because we all saw Kentucky just play dead in the second half there. I never really thought Kentucky was any good at all. I mean, there were some people in one of my group chats who were like, "Oh my God, I'm so scared of Kentucky. I'm so scared. I don't want to play Kentucky. They're going to beat us because we don't have Joshua Jefferson." I didn't say anything. I really wanted to. I wanted to tell him that, dude, shut the fuck up. We're better than Kentucky. I ain't worried about Kentucky. The whole Kentucky thing, you're just saying that because, one, they're Kentucky, and two, they're a brand name. And you're like, oh, we don't really do well against this type of a team or anything like that. I'm like, bro, shut up. But again, if I would have said something like that, he would have just went AWOL, and then somehow I would have lost or something like that. Then I would have got blamed, and then I would have been mad at myself a little bit. But I'm like, this is stupid. I didn't cause this, but Tennessee, I think here I had some notes from like my previous episode I kind of did on tennis, or not on. It wasn't like an actual episode of Tennessee, but in sort of my bracket preview I was saying like that their kind of their star player and freshman Nate Oddman is really good. He's a highly recruited kid out of high school, averaging about like 17 points a game. And they got Jacoby Bileski from Maryland. He was really good at Maryland, playing pretty solid this year. And they have like the depth and the length to sort of give Iowa State some problems, but I do think Iowa State, and I think sometimes I'm talking about Kentucky again. Tennessee sometimes is a little like, I would say like some of the weaknesses are just like consistent shooting, and like, the half court offense is like a little like up and down a little bit. Even though they play pretty well against Virginia, but I don't know if they're gonna be knocking down like 10 threes again against us like they did against Virginia, because I think our type of defense is a little bit more unique than what Virginia's defense was probably giving them. Like they're going to set like hard ball screens. You're going to play through the post and trying to get a bunch of offensive rebounds.